Tay, back with another review, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the Love During Lockup review. Like I said, last review, this season is definitely giving what last season was not. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first, we start off with Justine and Mike. So remember last episode, they were all getting ready for dinner, her family, his family, and they were about to sit down because she was basically about to pop the question. So they start off there. She's there. He ends up actually calling when she's about to make the announcement. So this lady gets up in the middle of the restaurant, basically has him on speakerphone and was like, hey, is there anything you want to say to your family? So he's basically like, yeah, we brought y'all here today to basically say we get married tomorrow. Everybody's shocked. Oh, wait. But before that, whenever they were sitting down, this lady puts up a picture. So basically all the families were there, her family, his family. So I guess she really wanted him there. So she brought a picture, sets the picture down. And I forgot who asked her. Somebody was just basically just playing with her, talking about, well, do you want Mike to sit next to you? She was like, well, yeah, I guess he could sit next to me, and brings the picture and sits it next to her. I'm like, I think they were just playing with you, but she just went right into it. I was like, oh well. So basically, he's on the phone and, he tells them like, we're getting married tomorrow, and the mom is just looking like she didn't introduce them. I'm sorry, did you? Like, I mean, maybe she's just, the timing or whatever, but I think she said they had been like dating for like 3 years. But so the mom's shocked. The sister's looking like, have I just told you I don't like dishonesty? So she's sitting there looking like, excuse me. So it's just really awkward. Not the way that Justine wanted it to be, I'm pretty sure. Like, because that reaction was given like, you brought us here for that when we was just at the hotel room and you could have told us. Then we get into Ty. Y'all know she my favorite because that lady crazy. Like, she be doing the most and then makes it seem like it's just so normal. Now we get into Ty. So basically she's getting ready to get married. Like, she didn't waste no time, because I could have swore the last episode Hottie had just asked her and Boston to marry him. This episode, she's already at the bridal place, looking for a dress. Now, keep in mind, Ty is a mortician. So basically when she deals with the people who have passed on. This lady said that she wanted a black dress. Now, the Scorpio in me was like, I think you own to something like that. Okay, black dress. Like, I thought that was cute. But then the part of Ty being Ty, I was just like, I don't know. Maybe a black dress at your wedding with Hottie is not a good sign. Like, maybe you shouldn't do that. But we'll get into the rest of the episode. But it looked like it ain't finna be no wedding anyway. So she can just keep going to bridal shop if she want to waste her time. But girl, hang it up like that dress. So at the bridal shop, she meets up with her friend. So before her friend even get there, she talking to production like she's a Debbie Downer. She don't want me to be with nobody on the inside. She want me to be with somebody on the outside. Like, the nerve of her, pretty much is what she's saying. Like, can you believe this bitch? She want me to be with somebody on the outside instead of an inmate? And I'm just sitting here watching like, oh my God, what a bad friend. Like, Ty, I don't know. Hear me out. Maybe she wants the best for you. I don't know. Just throwing something out there, seeing if it sticks. Like, girl, she is not no Debbie Downer. You just a upper stepper. I don't know. You just see land and you just run for it. You don't care if there's bombs, mines, nothing in there. You just gonna run. You don't care if it's sticker buds up in there. You gonna run. So her friend basically was like, okay, like, I understand y'all engaged, but whoa, like, maybe you're moving too fast. So Ty's basically like, she don't know what she talking about. Her friend is just talking outside her ass at this point. So basically the friend's like, I think you're moving too fast. Ty gonna tell the friend, I don't think that it's a day of sunshine or something. Basically, like, if you have a full day of sunshine, basically take advantage. Mom was looking like she clearly don't live in Texas because it could be sunny, rainy, snowing, hail, thunder, all in one day. So, Ty, what? Because you had one good day and he asked you to marry him. She basically said, so before it start raining, I need to get this dress. I need to go down to that prison and we need to get married. Like the logic ain't logicking. So Ty tries on the dress and she just immediately starts crying. Like, hold on, y'all, because I got to act this one out because when I tell you, Ty is going to be on somebody's big screen because baby girl is the actor. Because even the friend was just like so confused, like what's going on? So Ty's trying on the dress and she starts crying. Then all of a sudden, you know her phone stay ringing because she get all these inmates. So here go her phone. She like, hello. Mind you, the inmate on the phone don't give a damn about her crying. I know he hear all the sniffling. He like, hey, didn't you say you was gonna put some money up on my books? She like, yeah, I'll get to it. I will. Like, Ty, stop answering the phone. This is why you're in what you're in now. So she's just like, I'll get to it. He's like, all right, well, basically, like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Like, nah, you sound a little down. You all right? Everything all right over there? He want his noodles. He want his goddamn snacks, Ty. And you said you was gonna do it. So he calling to check in. Mind you, the friend is confused. The friend is like, I think you're sad. Or maybe you're overwhelmed because you're trying on the dress. Then she's like, okay, but you just got a phone call. Oh, but that's not Hottie. Oh, but he wants something. Oh, but you still go. Like, whoa. So by the time she gets off the phone is just like, the friend is just like, are you okay? Like, and the friend starts crying too, basically. But I'm like that. Like if I see somebody crying, I'm gonna start crying. But then I start thinking about it. I'm like, the friend's probably crying because she like this bitch is crazy. Like I don't know how I'm gonna help her because at that point that would have been me. So we meet Jessica. She's 44, and her intro sounds like some Bad Girls Club intro. I'm like, girl, do you know what show you on? She's like, yeah, I'm the life of the party, and if someone says I shouldn't be doing something, I'm gonna do it. Girl, are you the inmate? Like, that's what you sounding like. But she the lover. Sounding like the inmate. I said, well, goddamn, they might be perfect for each other. So she says that she worked past tense because she quit her job for Dustin. So basically, she says that she's been working corrections for 13 years as a nurse. And she quit when she met Dustin, and she's known him a total of 5 months. And at this point, she's already quit and has been quit for a while. So this is probably like a couple months in when she quit. So that's Jessica. Mind you, she's 44 making decisions like this. So we just got to keep an eye out on her. She sounds like another Ty at this point. So basically, yeah, so she quit for Dustin. Before that, she was married for 15 years. That didn't work out. Then she got married again and she was only married for like 9 months. And she said that ended because he messed with her friend. So I was like, dang. So at this point, focus on yourself, sis. Like, dang, you got enough going on. But she does have, I think she just has a daughter, I think, because that's all we saw this episode was her daughter. But she does have a daughter. But her friend, whenever her friend was talking to her, because her friend was just trying to make sense of this situation that doesn't really make sense. So her friend was basically like talking to her, and I believe her friend worked at the prison with her because she's kind of like telling her like, hey, you know how hard it is for people to get back on their feet and blah, blah, blah. Jessica's not trying to hear none of that. So she was basically saying that the prison that he's at isn't approving her because pretty much she used to work for them, so she feels like they feel some type of way. Well, I mean, that's probably it. I'm glad you're not oblivious to the fact and you know what it is, because that's probably exactly what it is. And you've been working there for 13 years, they definitely know your name. So when they see it come across their screen for something other than clocking in and you coming to see an inmate, I'm pretty sure it's a little red flaggish. So yeah. So basically her friend tells her straight up, like, you got kids, you got bills, and you got responsibilities. And I couldn't do nothing but agree with her. Like, I mean, yeah. But you know how it goes. They never listen to their friends. They just be back next season with a whole different inmate, like with the same friend. Like, bruh. So we get into Chelsea, and she is upset right now because she's late for work. So she's just walking around with a chicken like her head cut off. So basically, she saw a Facebook page. So basically, the person that she works with is like, "What's going on? Why are you upset? What's going on?" So she shows them the message and says that Mike's sister, and I only say sister because she's feeling like he's a catfish. And I was wondering, like, how is that whenever you met him through his sister? Unless y'all all met on Facebook, and that could be a catfish situation. But anyway, so they get into that, and the sister tells Chelsea that he had a stroke, I guess a mini stroke in the prison. So basically the friend's like, how did he have a mini stroke? I'm not understanding. So they really don't really have much details, but for the most part the friend is feeling like pretty much Mike is a catfish. And I hope that's not the case, because you know how Love After Lockup do. If you talking to somebody and they a catfish or it ain't what you think, pretty much you gonna have about a good 1 or 2, 3 episodes. And once they see that y'all never gonna meet up and it's never gonna be nothing they can really film, baby, you out of there. So hopefully that does not happen with Chelsea, because she seems really sweet and I actually like her. So then we meet Mike, and I believe her name is Sincere. So basically he gives me like, what is that movie where they were like some like scamming magicians, like now you see it or now you see me? He gives me that kind of tease, like now you see it tease. Like, I don't know, just gives real scammer. And the more he started talking, I was like, my scam eye is like lays division at this point, because he basically says he makes a lot. He said he makes about $600,000 a year. I forgot what he said he did. I need to go back and look at that because I forgot what he said he even did. But basically, he just put it out there. He was like, dating people in prison is a lot more cheaper. He was like, because if you think about it, if I go out on a date, I'm spending like $300. He was like, if I'm talking to somebody in prison, he was like, $50 will last her I don't know how long in there. I'm like, okay, Julius, like, getting real cheap, but all right, go ahead. I'm like, that's a way to think about it, though. So he rich, but he ain't stupid. He ain't out here spending his life savings on prisoners. So he talks to, I believe he's another Todd, because he talks to 6 inmates, and basically has like them on a spreadsheet. So he says he's like real data, like real into data. So he has to keep everything organized. So he has a spreadsheet of all his inmates. Mind you, Ty over here, she has the map where they located when they get out. He has basically the same thing, but all on a spreadsheet. I just can't. Like, if y'all would spend this much time and effort into relationships with people on the outside, y'all could probably be married with hella kids by now. Like, I'm just not understanding. So he basically tells us about the spreadsheet or whatever, and he gets into Sincere, I believe, and then he says that she shot up her granny house. I'm sitting here like, whoa, like, and he's like, huh, yeah, she shot up her granny's house. I wouldn't do that. But hey, maybe she's the yin to my yang. Or no, nigga, maybe you're next. Like, what? Like, the logic how these people be thinking. I'm like, we TV got to be giving out $1 million checks. Because ain't no way y'all really think like this. Like, it got to be for the cameras. Because wait. Because, huh? Because why? So then we get back into, I believe her name is Melissa and Louis. I think it's Melissa. I think it's Melissa and Louis, the high school sweethearts. But actually, they really weren't even high school sweethearts, because it's really, the more and more she talks, it's making it seem like he was really the popular kid and she was like one day, just one day, you're gonna be mine. And then it happened. Like, this is really what it's given. So basically, she is outside of his old house, which is so weird. But at the time she showed up, she thought that his mom lived there still, which I think is even weirder. So he randomly calls, and because she can't call him. So he calls her, and she's like, "You'll never believe where I'm at." And he's like, "Where are you?" And she's like, 2522 your old house lane. And he's like, "Oh my god, you should definitely go in." And she's like, "I'm not gonna go in." And he's like, "No, you should definitely go in and say hey to my mom." And she's like, "I'm not gonna go in and say hey to your mom." Oh my god, I remember her. Why'd you show up? Do you know people get shot for shit like that? Like, lady, what did you randomly? So mind you, this is the part that threw me left field too, because he tells her to go in and talk to his mama, but then she gives his mom's number, calls the mom, and tells her, "I'm sitting here at 1234 your house lane, and outside." Here go the mama. What are you doing at my old house? You ain't even at the right house. Go home. Go home. And so I'm sitting here like, does Louis not talk to his mama? Because Miss Donna says that's her old house. She don't even live there no more. She don't get mail there no more. So why are you even there? So that was just really weird. And her mom was basically like, "Yeah, well, okay, well, maybe we'll meet one day, but I hope you know I don't take no mess," and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, if you didn't take no mess, you should have told her, even if I did live there, don't you just come popping up like, what? But she said she an Italian lady who don't take no mess, so we will see what Miss Donna is going to be bringing. Then we get into Jessica and Dustin. So we go back to them. Jessica's basically out eating with her daughter. It seems like her and her daughter have a good relationship. But I think it seems like that because she's definitely her daughter's friend. And not even friend, because her daughter was giving her the good advice. So it's really like the daughter is the parent. So basically they're talking, and her daughter basically asks, like, what would you do if he got out and he messed up? I think I need to actually like insert a clip. If I can insert a clip, I'm gonna do that, because the mom's, or the audio, because the mom's response was just so like, I would have been like, "So mama, is he gonna answer my question?" Like, that's not what I asked. So basically, the mom's basically just like, in short words, she's like, "Why would he mess up all of this?" Because it's a proven fucking fact. Like, people have, like, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Like, girl, you're Jessica. And Dustin, I think, is 17 years younger than you. So, like, let's just be realistic about everything. Like, if you're gonna be anything, Jessica, be for real. Be for real. Like, godly. So basically, the daughter's just like, okay. And she's like, "So, okay, when he gets out, where's his home going to be?" Good question. She wants to know. So her mom's basically like, "We're going to be moving to Tennessee." Her daughter's pretty much not okay with that. She was just like, "Why?" And Jessica was talking about, well, Dustin doesn't have a support system out here. He has one in Tennessee. So basically, I have to be his support system and have to go out there. And her daughter made a good point. She was like, "What about your support system?" This lady says, "Well, I really don't talk to my sister, and I don't talk to Meemaw either," which I'm guessing is her mom. So her daughter's like, "Do you plan on fixing that?" And she was like, basically like, "Oh, hell no." And her daughter's just sitting there looking at her like, what is wrong with you? Like, I came out of you? Like, how do you think like this? Like, it was just coming across like, yeah, the daughter clearly has more sense than the mom, which is sad, because she's just missing all red flags. And because the daughter was just looking at her like, "You my girl now, but are you okay?" Anyway, so yeah. And we get into back to Ty. So Ty is about to go somewhere. She's about to go meet her cousin at the studio. So she has this bear on the bed, and so she kisses the bear. And she got multiple people she talked to. So she kissed the bear once, and she said bye, Hottie. Kissed the bear again and said bye, BB. Kissed the bear again, said bye, inmate 3. Kissed the bear again, said bye, inmate 4. And every time she comes on the screen, I'm like, dang, this lady is funny, but something is wrong with her. Like, what? And it's like, so whenever Hottie gets like caught up in stuff, it's hard for me to feel sorry for her. Cause I'm like, you doing the same thing too. You just don't get caught. Cause he in there. He can't catch you. That like, so yeah, hard to feel sorry for Ty. But anyways, so she goes and meets up with her cousin in the studio. Her cousin's song is, I like it. I was like, okay, cousin, I like the song. But so she meets up with the cousin in the studio. The cousin already know Hottie, because I guess where they live got to be a small town. Because she said that she had just talked to Hottie, and he told her that he's getting married to Boston. She tells Ty this as basically Ty's telling her she's engaged to Hottie. She's like, I just talked to Hottie, and he said he was engaged, but not to you. So Hottie don't even know that her and this Crystal girl or not Crystal, Michelle, are cousins. So he's just basically just loose lips, like they said, running off at the mouth, and you telling the wrong person. So now Ty's all upset. She's like, he think he in a polygamous relationship. No, you think that. Y'all both think that at this point, so y'all might as well work something out. Because y'all both can't just seem to stay talking to each other. Y'all got to talk to everybody else but each other. So maybe that's something y'all can work out. So then we get back into Justine and Mike, and at this point, they done been at this dinner table for 2 episodes. They still at the dinner table. So basically, they go back to where Mike told them or whatever, and the mom walks away. So basically, the mom was just like, she needs space right now. And so she walks away from the table, and Justine's mom walks away from the table too. They kind of meet up and talk. And Mike's mom asks Justine's mom, like, so what do you think about this? Justine's mom's like, hey, they haven't even met. Well, they've met, but they haven't been on the outside together yet. So I really don't know how this is going to go. I think she should wait. And basically Mike's mom agrees. She's like, yeah, I just didn't know it would happen this fast. Basically, she's really sitting here thinking like, dang, I introduced them, like, they done took off, they getting married, like, they didn't even tell me. So I'm not feeling some type of way. Like, what the fuck? So yeah. And the sister, she ain't really for it. She just like, I'm hurt. So basically, Mike talks to his sister on the phone. She tells him like, hey, like, I'm hurt. And basically the mom asks him like, why didn't you tell us? And he's like, I didn't want nobody questioning me about basically what I was doing. And yeah. And I was just like, wow. So yeah, and then Mike's sister talked to Justine again because she starts crying. She's like, I didn't want it to happen like this. She's basically like, if you were just honest, it could have saved a lot of the tears. I don't think the sister's for her. Like, I think the sister's like, hey, you can keep all them tears, but you really should have just told me. Basically, when we were back at the hotel, when I told you I did not like this honesty, she should have just told her because you went on all of this. So that's pretty much that episode of Love After Lockup. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I do see more likes. I'm still not seeing no comments. That's okay. We're going to get there gradually, but surely. Thank you guys for commenting that did, subscribing, sharing my videos, and all of that good stuff. And the crazy thing is, I think Love After Lockup comes out on Thursdays now, which I'm not too sure about because I could have swore it was already always a Friday thing. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next review. Bye.